What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We'll also take a look at the Dow Jones at the end of the video. Looking pretty bullish today, but let's see what's going on. Is this a breakout or a fake out? We'll talk about it. Don't forget, there's a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. What's up, guys? As always, just a reminder, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it, and always remember, this is my opinion, not yours. All right, so it seems like obviously everybody's getting a little bullish now, when yesterday even all the big bulls were starting to get bearish. So what you would expect here is a fake out, in my opinion. This could be a real breakout. We'll talk about that. But as of right now, I still believe it is a fake out. And let's look at the news headlines to get a feel for what the news sentiment is. This crypto could blow Bitcoin out of the water. This garbage. Wonder how much they paid for that ad. Anyways, slipping yuan may be good for Bitcoin price. Bullish. Binance futures traders long BTC and altcoins, even as the bearish price action. Bullish. Coinbase investor and Reddit co-founder sees a new Bitcoin and crypto exchange. After spiking to February 2018 levels, Bitcoin fees have fallen nearly 54% over the past 5 days. First mover Bitcoin could get a boost from central bank. So very bullish news, which matches the price action today. But again, I'm not too excited about it. If you're trading, this is a pretty crazy area to try to trade. Fear and greed index, we're at 39, same as yesterday, still in the fear. And let's take a look at the monthly. So we are still in between our monthly trend lines. The month is coming to a close in what, like 4 days, I think, not sure. But 93.40, a close above that's going to be bullish. Close in between is going to be neutral, and a close below the 85.50 is going to be bearish, in my opinion. We did get a nice bounce here on the monthly, right at the $8,000 level. Seemed to hold pretty well. That's also 13 EMA. We do have the 55 EMA still right around the 5,050 range. I do still believe that it's good possibility, as long as we don't close the monthly over here, then I might turn a little more bullish. But as of right now, I'm still bearish. Still think we're coming down. If you guys haven't already, check out my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. She's got a lot of cool stuff on there. You can put anything you want on this, not just what you see, and it's actually quality stuff, not cheap iron-on, not vinyl, none of that crap. So check it out. And to the weekly. All right, as we said, the weekly to... And this line, this target on this top trend line moves as the weeks go by. It gets lower and lower. But as of right now, this trend line off of these peaks here is at 10,340. A break of that, I would be full-blown bull. We had talked about that target around 15.7. When we get into the 4 hour, I have some other targets I want to look at. As you can see, we are popping back above this trend line here. If we're able to hold the daily above that, say above the 9,100, obviously this is the weekly chart, but we'll get into the daily. But if we close the daily above 9,100, I think it's going to be pretty bullish, in my opinion. We do have these lower targets down here. Check my previous videos. I'm running late, so I just wanted to get this out to you guys real quick. Let's look at the RSI. If you guys are interested in trading, I'll leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. You can trade Forex, gold, oil, everything on it with your Bitcoin. Awesome exchange. Check it out. If you use Savy 50 as your promo code, you get 50% on top of your deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy 25 gets you 25% off your trading fees. All right, so we were watching this falling channel in here. There's also some other exchanges I use down below that also have bonuses. Check them out. They are in the description, along with a bunch of other affiliate links that really help the channel out. If you guys want to help support the channel, hard wallets and a lot of other stuff. Excuse me. So as you can see, the falling channel we popped out of, came back down in, and we are out of it now. But guys, remember on the RSI, we can pop out and still close below in the weekly. That all depends on where it closes on Sunday night. Keep an eye on that. All right, so looking at the daily, we still have our targets down here on the 6,600 from where we fell out of this rising channel in yellow. And as you guys know, these white numbers over here are the Fibonacci retracements of the swing low to the swing high. Like I said, I think we're in a bear trap right here. Let's say a daily close above and staying within this line, a daily close above 9,100 would be pretty bullish in my opinion. As of right now, we are back inside this rising channel. I do believe, again, that this is a bull trap, in my opinion. No guarantees. We'll look at the RSI too here in a minute. But let's take a look at where I still believe we're headed. If we are able to cross this line, and we'll talk about that in the 4 hour in a minute, then that will invalidate all these lower targets. The 62, between 6,050 and 6,200 area is a 0.618 retracement and 0.65, which is a golden pocket zone. And I think we still come down to this area. 5,400, been looking at that for a long time, still looking at it. And we do have an ultimate low here, which I do still believe to be possible, unless we break this. We'll talk about that in the 4 hour. But let's take a Fibonacci extension from this swing high up here to the swing low down here and back up to this swing high. The 1-to-1 extension is at 3,400. That's still a definite possibility. And I know on days like this where we're getting this little bump up, but if you zoom in or zoom out a little bit, guys, this isn't a very big candle. But obviously, the hype channels will be hyping it up, getting people super bullish, getting everybody crazy bullish. Be careful, guys. That is an easy way to get wrecked. Let's go into the RSI. So looking at the RSI, we've talked about this for weeks before we even broke. Back in here, we were talking about it. But a rising broadening wedge here that we broke out of, it's always a possibility that we come up and retest it before getting rejected. And that could be up at the top of this line. We'll talk about that in the 4 hour. But as of right now, another thing we could watch for here is an inverse head and shoulders and pop back within this. If we do that on the RSI on the daily, pop back within this and close the daily inside it, that's going to be pretty damn bullish also. But guys, I still think our RSI on the daily is going to be coming back down to this range. That's why I'm still bearish. All right, let's look at the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, you can see I have this possible symmetrical triangle here, and the measured move, if we were to break up, and it depends on how fast we would get up here. Let's say we got up here today. We got up here today, it'd be around the 98.40, and if we broke that, obviously we have our resistance at 10.5 and that 10.350 that we talked about, but the measured move of that would be 11.8. There is a gap up in this area, so that's a definite possibility, but I believe if we get up there, I don't think we're going to correct back down past. I think the 10.5 would hold if we were to get up in that range, guys. Again, I don't think we're going to. Let's do a measured move down, and this would change depending on where we would break down from, but let's say we came down in the next day or two, measured move would be about 6,700. But as of right now, guys, like I said, still bearish, although there is some stuff looking very bullish. As you can see, we popped up above this, back inside this rising channel, and we are above it now. The 55 EMA is around 9,100, and we talked about that. A daily close above the 9,100 could be pretty bullish. The RSI looks to be bullish. We've had a trend line here that we broke out of. Do we come back down, test it, and get support and continue up? Definitely a possibility. If we did that, most likely would come down to around the 88.50 range before popping back up. So keep that in mind. And let's go on to Litecoin. All right, Litecoin. Same thing. This is all going to depend on Bitcoin, guys. But we do have this trend line off of these peaks right here coming down. If we were to come up to that today, it'd be between, depending on when we got up there, between the $45 and $46 range. If we're able to break that, that could get pretty bullish. We also have the rising channel, and that is around the 46.55. If you look at the RSI, which we'll look at in a second, it does look pretty bullish, but I do want to show you one more thing on that. Let's zoom in a little bit, look at the EMAs. 55 EMA is at 43.40. If we break down below that, then we have the 21 EMA around the $43 range. If we break below that, we could be coming back down to test that 41.9. And again, as long as we don't break these highs over here, guys, still think we're coming down to these range, the golden pocket area between 34 and 35. The 0.786 is at 30.58, and if Bitcoin was to go back down to that 34 level, I'd be looking for 22 on Litecoin. Now let's look at the RSI, which is looking pretty bullish. It looks like we broke out of this falling wedge, but if we take this bottom line, clone it, and bring it up here, this could also just be a falling channel, and we got one more move down coming, so keep that in mind. Where is it at right now? The 4 hours at 57.17. If we break back above that, that's going to be pretty bullish. We could be coming up to retest the top of this falling channel here, and that could be all the way up to that $45, $46 range. So keep that in mind, guys. And Ethereum, same thing. If we don't break this high, this is all still valid for these lower lows. Looking at this here, the measured move of this, looking at this as a triangle, if we were to break down today at some point past the 200 EMA, which is around 198, be looking for the 0.382 at 175. Again, if we break this trend line here for Ethereum, it's around the 209. We break above the 209 and then 220. It's pretty bullish, guys. This could be a huge breakout. But as of right now, like I said, I still believe this is just a fake out. But be cautious. It could run away. It is Bitcoin. All right, looking at this right here, we had the rising wedge, broke down out of it, came back. Looks like we're forming a triangle now. If we break above this, we could be coming back to retest the bottom of this channel, which could be that 220 range. So, actually, no, around the $210 range. If that breaks, then we would be coming up to retest a wedge, and that would be around 220. So look at the pre-market on the Dow. Dow is up in the pre-market 366 points. We are still looking for the possibility of this 25.9. Also, on the daily, we could get rejected here at this 25.5, which is a 200 EMA, continue down. I know a lot of people are getting bullish, saying they're going to keep printing money. This is going to keep going up. I don't think so. I think everybody was saying that had to go down more, and now they're switching over, just like Bitcoin. Now they're switching over, saying that it can just continue up, and they're just going to keep printing money. So everybody puts their money in, put your 401k money back in, put it all back in so they can do a huge swipe and probably one of the biggest money grabs in history. That's my opinion, not yours. Don't forget to hit the like, leave your comments down below. Click the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell, and then hit the all after you hit the bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm out.